There has been a disturbance in the force. Welcome back to Views with Hughes, your Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So this is coming in from Deadline, where it says here, Lucasfilm sued for egregious acting of producer Karen McCarthy from the Star Wars series The Acolyte. Now, this comes on the heels of a lot of projects by Patti Jenkins, Taika Waititi, and Kevin Feige himself was said to have been scrapped. All right. So now we see here that Lucasfilm's been sued for the firing of Karen McCarthy from the series The Acolyte. It says here, on the same day it became public that Star Wars projects from Kevin Feige and Patti Jenkins are now dormant, Lucasfilm has been hit with a breach of contract lawsuit over the upcoming Acolyte, or The Acolyte. Ballless executive producer Karen McCarthy has taken to the Kathleen Kennedy-run Disney division to court over being pink-slipped from the Leslie Headland created series after last year after just a few weeks of work. So it hasn't really taken place to around this time, but the news just broke out today. Okay, so what makes this action all the more bitter and telling of streamer competition for top talent is that UTA rep McCarthy was being actively courted by Apple at the same time to help run their eventual Colin Farrell starring PI series Sugar. According to the March 7th filing by Glasser, Will Fink Howard, Afkin and Shapiro LLP. So that's the attorney. Those are the attorneys that she's hired. Deciding to throw her lot with potential long-term commitment to Lucasfilm and The Acolyte in early April 2022, McCarthy found herself in an employment Death Star. Ooh, these Star Wars puns are just getting a little too overdone. And no cash to show for it at the sudden end, it seems, or put into bottom line terms as a result of its bad faith and wrongful termination. Defendants deprived Ms. McCarthy significant employment from which she would have earned millions of dollars over the life of the series. Now, first and foremost, I don't want to wish anybody to be fired, or I wouldn't want to wish anybody to, or any like happiness of somebody being fired, because for one, that's a pretty detrimental thing to the point where it can leave somebody really heartbroken, devastated, okay? And not to mention, a lot of people who actually work on these things, some of them actually believed in the cause that they were trying to put out there, while others, they was just using woke culture as a money-making gimmick, all right? But the thing is, the audience doesn't like it, and if you're not willing to go ahead and change it up, then they're going to let you go. Okay, so not to mention not only that, but if you're not producing the numbers that the company wants or expected, they're going to give you the pink slip anyway. So McCarthy got a band of lawyers from like what seems to be a prestige law firm and everything, and now she's already sued them. Okay, but she's going to be good because of the fact that she already is about to start things, or possibly start things up with Apple. Okay. So moving along, after setting up the corporate pursuit by Apple and Lucasfilm and how McCarthy was the choice for The Acolyte, the jury-seeking complaint details how she got away quickly on April 7, 2022, and how a broad strokes agreement full of UK hotel allowances and per diems was sent to her agent, David Morris, on April 11. In fact, the email to Morris from Lucasfilm VP Physical Productions Cadence Campos, the exec, makes a point of saying how we really want to make this work. But then it seems to go all wrong fast. 2 weeks later, without any explanation, she got fired without reason, without justification. But no, she didn't get fired. She wanted, Lucasfilm told McCarthy that it wanted out of the deal. Basically, yes, that was firing. It reads the 12-page filing in Los Angeles Supreme Court. By this time, the Apple offer was gone. Whoa. So she turned down Apple when it was offered to her, just so that way she can go ahead and stick around to do the Lucasfilm Star Wars show, only to find out a couple of weeks later that she's been fired, and then kind of find out Apple's found a different producer. Ouch. Ooh. So now she does not only does she not have a job, but she was without a deal from any company. And it goes on to state here that she took it in spirit of being show business and not to show friends and make her made for the exit. Okay, but she was expected to be compensated. Okay, and it's like when she requested to be paid, that's when Lucasfilm denied that they even had an agreement, even though they made their offer containing the material deal points, and McCarthy accepted that offer. Lucasfilm had McCarthy start right away, and then Lucasfilm sent to McCarthy a memorandum of agreement, memorializing the terms, including that McCarthy had already commended working. In further disregard of McCarthy and the work she already done, Lucasfilm offered to pay her $5,000 for a single day's work. So of course she rejected that offer, and she found it to be an insulting offer, even though the company acknowledged that that she had performed the work for it. Lucasfilm never paid McCarthy for that work, and McCarthy is forced to sue Lucasfilm, and apparently she won it. Okay, but from the early statement of the executive producer, losing out on millions of dollars hanging in the air, McCarthy's attorneys Patty Glasser, Robert Allen, and Matthew W. Bernstein are asking for a wide range of unspecified damages. So no one from the representatives from Lucasfilm didn't respond to requests for comment on the lawsuit. All right, but as for the Acolyte itself, we all know it's not going to be a Disney Plus debut yet for the 8-episode series. And that's like the latest in the series of act scenes made possible by Bob Iger. Okay, well, not act scenes, but yeah, cancellations of the planned series. Okay, so this is what happens whenever you actually bet strong on a particular product based on the nostalgia. I mean, in other words, if it's Star Wars, you got to keep it as Star Wars. I'm talking about the George Lucas version of Star Wars, the original Star Wars, not the Disney sequels. Okay? Not the Disney sequels, because of the fact that even though this was taking place last year, guess what? There's no plans for this one. There's no plans for it now. Bob could cancel that. He just nipped that in the bud. Okay, so there may not be any Acolyte, or maybe so, but then again, I'm highly doubtful about it, and I'm hoping it won't happen because of the fact that I already know what's going to happen. It's just going to be another woke show created by somebody who is politically biased in Hollywood, who actually had a strong following alongside with a certain former producer executive who's now facing prison time after a series of allegations of sexual assault and R-word from various actors and actresses. Okay, so, well, I won't say actors, but as far as I know, actresses. All right, so let me know your thoughts about this below. Do you think that this show, The Acolyte, will actually be spearheaded, or is it actually dead on arrival right now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, tomorrow, I thought about doing something, but then again, I got a feeling that something else may happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and reschedule that particular event for a future date. Okay, so let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, if I went wrong anywhere in the video, go ahead and share with the correction in the comments below. And if you have any additional thoughts for this video, what was shared in it, go ahead and provide it in the comments below as well. Also, if you enjoyed everything I shared with this video, the commentary, the input, go ahead and smash that like button. Also share it far wide across social media. And if you haven't also already done so, you enjoyed all the content put out there, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and click the bell notification, so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.